Moist Critical situation is crazy. Y'all saw the other vid. Obviously, Charlie got in that debate with Sneeko. Take was pretty bad. So let's see if he walks it back and all that or not.
Let's
get right into it. No cap.
Heavens to Betsy, what a week, huh, sports fans? Holy Toledo.
Tell me about it.
Holy Toledo.
So, Moist Critical's in a big oopsie-poopsie situation here.
Seems like
Yeah.
it.
It reminds me of the time in Moonfall when Casey Houseman sacrifices himself and
Don't
dies
know
of
what that
cringe
is.
to become the moon. Yeah, so, being serious now, since this has become such a big issue, I've been in a lot of drama recently. I'm in hot water,
Yes.
and I'm biting on the fart bubbles that pop up in the bathtub here. It is
what it looks
a
like.
lot. So let's start with the most recent one today.
Okay.
My retirement.
Okay, yeah, I
Yeah.
want
I
to hear
didn't know
about
I
this.
was retiring. That's
Yeah.
news to me.
Okay.
I'm
Okay,
as
'cause-
shocked as all of you are.
Because
I-
that's the main thing I shouldn't
I
say
was
the
about to
main
say.
thing, but that's one of the things I was really concerned about.
No pause merchant, but yeah, no, that was something I really thought. Like, I actually
Yeah.
thought Charlie was about to really retire. I'm like, bro, that John was really about to suck because I'm like, dang, we just gonna keep losing more and more creators. Like, yo, Mr. Beast apparently a fraud, Avery Chris Tyson a weirdo. Like, and now Charlie leaving. Tough. I ain't gonna hold y'all. Yeah, let me fix the camera real quick, yeah. Hold on. There we go.
A ton of fun last night playing a game called Clickleding, which is basically like a cuckoldry simulator, but for clicking against like
What?
the Lorax in a hotel room. And I just did like
What
an
type
old
of
school
lore is this?
gameplay commentary video. I was bubbly, full of jubilation. I posted it today only to learn that I'm just a big old fucking liar. Liar, liar, plants for hire, I suppose. Apparently, and I didn't know this until I posted the video, everyone was under the impression that I was quitting the internet. So I
Facts.
started scratching at the hair on my
really
chinny
thought it was
chin
like that.
chin, wondering, when the fuck did that happen? Was I sleepwalking? Do I have somnambulism? Is this some kind of like, Fight Club situation? But instead of like Tyler
Fight
Durden, I have fucking Charles Turden here that's just making wrong announcements. It
Bro, I got
turns out
split
the patient
personality.
zero behind all of this was a post Jackson made announcing that I would be leaving the podcasts, which is something I thought about periodically for quite a few months now, mainly because I started to recognize that I was becoming the very thing I'd make fun of with being chronically online. Like, I just was always online. And the podcasts were a big proponent of that, and I just kind of wanted to scale back the amount of time I spend online. So,
Okay.
and I kept Jackson in the
Nothing wrong with
loop
that.
the whole time here about where my head was at. And last week I told him, hey man, I think this is going to be where I hang up the jersey. You can put it in the rafters, throw it in the dumpster, but I think I'm just going to be, sailing off into the sunset here and just reducing the amount of stuff I do online.
Okay,
Which he
which is
completely
understandable.
understood. So he made the announcement just letting people know that. And then that got spun on Twitter and Reddit as
Forget.
Voice Critical's taking an indefinite hiatus and
Anything
quitting
on
the
Twitter,
internet.
Twitter, I call it Twitter. Twitter, Reddit, or X.
Well, I mean, what do y'all expect from Twitter? Tough. I mean, they went on there, made false narratives. Now heads think Charlie's gonna retire. Clearly, he's not. But Twitter for you, tough. But I do want to say, what I do want to say is though, I like I said probably in some other videos, but yeah, like bro, yeah, I gotta take some time. If you a content creator or whatever, or better yet, like you just post videos online, you may get burnt out and all that, and you may feel like you get into that chronically online status, bro. So I ain't gonna lie, it's really important that you take not only mental health breaks, but you generally just take like breaks in your life. Because I ain't gonna lie, even with obviously some jobs are very much harder than others, Hassan. But anyway, like yeah, either way, I would still feel like everyone gonna need a break at some point, bro. You
Yeah.
finna just burn out, and then you just gonna hate life no matter what you're doing.
Thank God teachers got summer breaks.
Facts, right?
Woo, wee.
Some of them other heads be getting no breaks whole year. I'm like, nah, I just. But yeah, nah, shout out Charlie though. Facts.
Fundamentally. Don't know when I'll be back. He's done with the internet because of all this controversy. Patooey on his grave. He's
I was
gone.
about to say, why would he quit?
When
Like,
I-
even if he lost the
I
debate
mean,
against Sneeko,
looking at the post, I don't
Like,
even
bro,
know where
that's
that's coming
Sneeko.
from. It's literally
Like,
just
who
talking
cares?
about the podcast and me just stepping away. Like, it's not. It doesn't extend beyond that. I can't even wrap my tiny noodle around how anyone could perceive this as me being done with the internet entirely, but that's the story that they ran with, and that's what most people saw, not the actual post. So everyone thought I was quitting the internet, so I posted that video that I was really happy with because it just felt like an OG old school video that made me happy. And then bang! Just a flood of comments and dislikes all saying shit like, how could you fucking deceive us? I thought you quit, huh? What happened to leaving, huh? I just read this post on Twitter from an account that had a
I just read this post on Twitter. That's where people are getting their credible news sources from now. Twitter. Excellent. Facts.
a profile pic of
Facts.
titties photoshopped onto Thomas Edison that said you were
Same
done
app,
and
same
had
app.
50,000 likes.
That's
so I
where
know
you're
it was
trusting your
true,
info from.
and you're just a fucking liar. I can't even just peacefully walk away from some projects without it being a massive fucking reaction
No.
over actual nothing burger
Yeah, 'cause
information.
this is how people are.
And trust me, no one has a palate more refined for nothing burgers than me. I have ranted about the stupidest shit of all time, but this was mind-boggling. Even
Some really, really, really funny ones.
Same. Same. I ain't gonna lie. There be arguments where I really am telling myself, like I'm arguing or whatever, and I'm telling myself in my head, this is a mute John. Like, why are we even arguing about this? Like, this is irrelevant. I don't know. Some heads just really like to talk. Like, I don't know. I'm definitely one of them heads. I really just like to get in the convos. But I'm assuming Charlie's the same way. I mean, look at him. He's probably the biggest commentary page. So, hey.
for me. So to set the record straight, no, I'm not retiring, despite what the experts are telling you. All I did was walk away from a couple of projects.
Which you have the right to
which
do.
is fine.
Really
Yeah.
it. Like, that's a pretty normal thing to do, especially when one of them I've been doing for like 8 years. I really didn't think it was that deep, especially not deep enough for how big of a story it's become with all of the wild narratives running around about the true reason that I stopped doing it. So let's get
The
into
Sneeko
that
debate.
drama. I've talked
Okay.
about it
The
on
Sneeko.
stream.
Let's get
I don't
into
even
that.
know how many times at this point, but we'll just talk about all of it in this video here. So, when covering the Ava Tyson situation, I was attacked by a lot of people for not being quick enough. Even though I covered
crazy,
it within
but
like the first 6 hours,
still-
people were
Damn.
unsatisfied that I hadn't made a video within like the first fucking 20 minutes of it dropping. And then when I did finally finish the full video covering
Well,
all
what
of
if he
it,
was doing
it was
something
another
else?
massive problem where now I only did it out of an obligation because people called me out, and then I also got accused of being a transphobe because I didn't use Ava Tyson's preferred pronouns, which were she, her. I didn't know that. I thought just calling Ava Tyson by her name was okay, and I had also heard when I went to the Mr. Beast thing, someone refer to Ava Tyson with they. So I was truly under the impression that that was okay. And for that, I was
he's wrong?
annihilated by
my
a good
God.
chunk of Twitter. And then annihilated by another good chunk of Twitter
Yeah.
because I called out Sneeko, who was the main proponent, about me covering for Mr. Beast to keep the collab alive.
Yeah, for the people on Twitter that want these YouTubers to drop a video, like quite literally, like you said, maybe 20 minutes after a situation happens, I need you to realize how freaking stupid you are. Like, I need you to realize how
How?
dumb you are. Because I ain't gonna lie to you. See, a lot of people in the world like to just jump to conclusions straight up. They don't want to do no background research because they want to be the first one to put out a certain narrative. You feel what I'm saying? And as a content creator, you have the obligation to at least, hopefully, when you spread information, it is not misinformation. So, so for the people that wanted Charlie to post this on 20 minutes after he even found out about the situation, bruh, he was going to end up posting some misinformation or some
Yep.
junk like that because he did not do any prior research into the whole thing. 20 minutes in, and y'all want him to drop a 40-minute banger on why Ava Chris Tyson the worst person ever? Like, bro, y'all gotta chill, bro. And when I say that, I'm not trying to defend what's her name, Ava Chris Tyson, whatever. I'm just saying, like, yo, y'all gotta give some of these heads due diligence. I totally understand that when it comes to certain situations with different people, especially in the internet space, that, like, you know, there's definitely biases. Like we saw the other day, like when it came to Pokemon and Valkyrie, like, yo, they were so quick to condemn Dr. Disrespect, which he deserves. But obviously, when it came over to Ava Chris Tyson, it was like, yo, we gotta look more in. Is this not about the trans community? Which is not. Again, Ava Chris Tyson just a bad person. There's nothing wrong with the trans community. They are completely fine. I mean, they be bugging out on Twitter, but like other than that, they fine. But yeah, y'all just gotta realize, like, bro, you want to put out the best information possible and try to tell the truth at least as much as you can, especially online, because then things can get misconstrued and Moist Critical situation is crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's what happens. But yeah, no yap, my fault.
I wasn't talking about Ava Tyson because I wanted the Mr. Beast collab. And I talked about how absurd that statement was, especially given his history with fighting against the age of consent. He's been very vocal about how much he hates the age of consent, and so I talked about that briefly at the end of the video, which then changed the whole narrative for a lot of people where I never talked about Ava Tyson and only talked about Sneeko. So it was a complete lose-lose, because if I didn't talk about what Sneeko was saying, I would have been called a coward.
I'm sorry, but on Twitter, yeah, Mom is absolutely correct. On Twitter, you will always
It's
lose.
always a lose-lose.
You will always lose
No
on
one,
Twitter.
you're not
Mike,
gonna make anyone happy.
you're not at
Yeah.
all.
So it's like,
well, no, you'll make a certain side or whatever specific John you ain't happy, but then everyone else is gonna condemn you. So it's
Yeah,
like
so-
it's not even worth it. This is exactly why I'm not sitting on Twitter all day, because it's like, well, at least in these type of spectrums of the political, those type Jones on there. Yeah, I'm an anime boy. Anime talk hidden though. I ain't gonna lie. The JJK memes are hilarious. But like, yeah, like there's just you just can't do it. That's the thing about being online too. As a content creator, you gotta be available. You gotta be susceptible. That's the right word. Whatever. You gotta acknowledge that you have to take criticism. Like you are gonna get criticized no matter what, bro.
we
Trust.
getting criticized.
Yeah, they didn't like the first video on Charlie.
They ain't liking
Jesse,
the
they're
companies.
talking about like, well, he was going to cover for Mr. Beast until Sneeko called him out. So like, if I didn't do it, I would have been attacked. I did do it, still got attacked. It really was unwinnable. But from that spawned a conversation where I talked to Sneeko directly, because he was very upset that I was talking about how him rallying against the age of consent is pedophile arguments, like defending pedophilia.
It is.
As I've said since the very beginning of this channel, I'm always willing to engage with people I disagree with, and I thought that maybe there was a chance I misunderstood what he was trying to say, even
And that's
though
fair. I would say that's fair. I like, and that's the one thing I really accept about Charlie, and like that too. Like, he's a humble dude. Like, he'll keep it cordial. You feel me? I ain't gonna lie, and I really shout out him for that, because it wouldn't be me. Because if I'm getting on the joint with Sneeko and we're really sitting here debating the age of consent and why that shouldn't be a thing, like, bro, we're not having this argument. You a weird bull. Like, yo, honestly, head's gonna be like, oh, bro, shaboing, always dick eating Sneeko. I'm like, bro, Sneeko, your idol? Stop, bro. He really, mom, would you believe that, John? He really arguing. He really, and then his argument when I was watching a full debate or whatever. If y'all want to watch that, you got to go watch it on Sneeko's John on whatever. I think Charlie might post it. If not, tough, I guess, bro. Hypocritical Charlie. But yeah, like, because the one thing I was getting out of their whole argument when I was watching it myself in my own time is like, yo, Sneeko says that the age of consent shouldn't even be a concept. Like, it shouldn't even be a thing. But by saying that, wouldn't you imply that, like, yo, like, obviously, if there's no age of consent, then anything younger than 18 now is also susceptible, like, would be susceptible to be available to do things like marriage, sexual interactions, yada. So either way, with what you're saying, you're implying pedophilic actions, no matter if you're thinking about older or not. Because it's like, bro, with that thought process, bro, any person that would be considered an adult right now would be able to marry or do things with a child legally. Is that what you're really trying to argue right now, brother? Really?
And then watch you say, no, that's not. He just saying, certain things or whatever things. No, it doesn't matter. There should be no, there should be. Yes, all the time.
Like, that John is nasty. But yeah, nah, I ain't gonna hold you. But yeah, nah, and I will admit, nah, Charlie got fried in that debate. But that's mainly because, like, yo, he just let Sneeko call it, like, catch him up with certain arguments in John. Like, where you ever seen that, John, where people will try to use your own argument against you or whatever. That's what Sneeko kept doing against Charlie. But he wasn't. And I want to preface this: Sneeko was not answering no questions that entire debate, bro. Like, every time Charlie was trying to ask him a definitive question, he was dodging that John hefty. That's what I'm saying. I couldn't argue with a bull like Sneeko because, bro, this debate's not going nowhere until you answer my question. You're not about to dodge this, boy. Like, you're gonna answer it. And that's the one thing that Charlie asked him, like, do you think it's okay for a 16-year-old or a 15-year-old to marry someone who is an adult? And he kept not answering that question. I swear to God, I'm like, bro, you're weird, bro. Like, you actually a weirdo. Like,
it's still abhorrent. I thought, okay, maybe he's not actually trying to defend pedophilia. He's like some kind of pseudo-intellectual debate bro who's trying to say something else. So I was willing to hear him out on it, and I talked to him in DMs.
Makes you an intellectual?
And he said he doesn't believe in the age of consent. He believes in the age of marriage. Can't assign a number to it, but said that when someone can legally drive, they should be able to marry at the same time, which is literally like a 15 or 16-year-old, because you get your permit at 15, your license at 16, and both are way too young to be marrying. That shit is completely unacceptable. It is downright
Oh, yeah, by the way, I wanted to preface this, and my fault. This might be a little yap, but I really want to get a context. So, again, I was watching the debate last night. I was telling him I was watching the whole debate. Sneeko got it posted on his own Rumble. Sneeko is the biggest hypocrite on the planet, by the way, because his argument was really, like, actually trash, and I was getting physically mad because I felt like Charlie could have easily argued around this, John, because he was like, okay, the age of consent shouldn't exist. Then we asked him, okay, Sneeko, would you, right now, as an adult, you're past the age of 18, would you marry someone who's 15 or 16? He's like, me personally, I wouldn't do it. So if you personally would not do the thing that you're arguing for, what is the point of arguing this point? Like, if you wouldn't participate in the thing that you're talking about, why are you trying to defend this? Why are you trying to make points for this? That's the one thing I kept thinking the whole time in the joint. Like, he just likes to argue stupid John and try to clip farm now because Sneako knows he's irrelevant. And if that's shaboing, dick-eating, glaze I'm hating, then it is. Because y'all bulls know it's true. Why do you think he's on Rumble right now? Like, come on, bro.
Disgusting. He then said that he was happy to discuss it in a call, which I said I was willing to hear him out on, and he said that he would do it later because he was outside doing an IRL stream in Turkey.
Wait a minute, I just realized I didn't even read this. People should legally drive and marry at the same age. Is that driver's permit age 15 or driver's license age 16? As Muslims, we believe it's our duty to follow the law of the land. Mom, where did he answer that question at?
He didn't answer.
He didn't answer the question. No, he didn't. That's what I was saying the whole argument. And my bad if I'm saying, hey, Yap, you don't know what you're talking about. Well, we watching the video right now, and if you go watch that whole 2-hour John, bro, this is exactly what Sneako was doing the whole time, avoiding every question, trying to spin that boy back onto Charlie. Like, bro, dang, Charlie, you definitely could have argued out this fool, bro. You folded. Yo, Charlie's still that goat. Still the goat, that guy, but he folded.
And he said that he would do it later because he was outside doing an IRL stream in Turkey. So I was willing to hear him out because, again, if this is some kind of crazy misunderstanding, I'd like to know that because it'd be really fucking scary for someone in his position with his level of influence to be actually advocating for adults marrying and fucking children. That's a huge problem. That's a big fucking problem. So if there was something that he was like trying to say but failing to do so, I was willing to at least hear it. And this is where the infamous debate came from. The debate that people are calling the debate of the century. I'm kidding, not a single soul on the planet said that. It's actually one of the most dogshit debates I think human beings have ever had.
Yeah. The debate was terrible. The topic was the worst thing I've ever heard. We're really sitting here debating the age of consent. Mom, and I'm not trying to condemn Charlie for this, because again, he went into this trying to understand where Sneako's coming from. Maybe he interpreted it, like he's trying to see the best in everyone, which is good. That's a good thing, a humble thing to do. I would also suggest you try to see the best in everyone. Yo, Sneako is openly advocating for no age of consent. Like, what? Bro, we should not even be entertaining nothing he's saying, bro. Like, who was I watching? I think it was Tom. Yeah, it was Turkey Tom. Shout out Tom Dark. But I ain't gonna lie. He was like, yeah, Charlie was losing the debate, which he was, but Sneako's arguing it. What's the word called? An indefensible point. Mm-hmm. I'm like, bro, Charlie, you gotta try harder, baby. Like, bro, this is so easy to out debate, fool. His points was garbage. But it's like, whatever. He had maybe 2 good points, and I don't mean about the age of consent. It was about some other part in it, John. Because I remember he said something about like the mind and all that. Oh yeah, it was when he said, yeah, the brain as an adult fully develops at 25 with your frontal cortex. But then that led into another dog water argument that he made, which could have easily been spent around, but probably Charlie.
He eventually called me on Discord. I was under the impression this was just him and I talking. I had no idea this was going to be a debate. I thought he was going to try and explain himself like, hey, no, this isn't actually what I meant. This is what I'm trying to say. I thought this was a conversation between him and I, not this kind of debate show that he was putting on for his audience. There is nothing in our DMs that indicated that's where it was going. When I joined the call, he asked if I was going to record it, to which I said, I can if he wants me to, but I was also down to just talk. So I thought maybe he wanted it as a recording to like explain to people like, no, he's not actually a pedophile.
And that's where Sneako got you, Charlie. That's where he got you. Sneako's at the bottom of the barrel on Rumble. Any attention he gets is a benefit, no matter if it's bad or good attention. Like, he's at that point of his content creator journey. I wouldn't even entertain his June. He like, you gonna record it? Nah, I'm not. What, you thought this clout was free? Not for you. Anybody else but you. That's tough.
Pedophile defender or advocating for that kind of thing. So I thought that is why he asked. I didn't know it was because it was being streamed. Especially because one of his last DMs was about how he's doing an outside IRL stream and he would call me after. To me, that says when he's done streaming, that's when we'll talk, not as a part of his stream.
Right.
I didn't know this was a debate nor a stream until about an hour and 40 into it, roughly somewhere in that ballpark. I am not a debater. I've never claimed to be one. I never want to be a debater. Yeah, I've always said that I believe conversations are the most productive because debates always devolve into what side can score the most points by explaining their thought process, even if the position is wrong. Whereas a conversation is a very different thing to me. So I didn't even know that's what this was. So, obviously, I was unprepared for a fucking debate. So I entered into the Thunderdome and we started talking. I made it clear that I found his statements on the age of consent and children marrying adults being fucking hideous. Absolutely
abhorrent,
revolting.
disgusting.
And then he started arguing about, well, what is a child? We must define a child. you know?
Yes. Okay, I remember this part. Yeah, Sneeko, you're actually really a weirdo, bruh. Like, you're actually really weird for this. Because you could not answer, like, what is a child? He was, like, saying, oh, yeah, someone who hasn't hit puberty and all that type jazz. He was literally saying this on the John. Then Charlie's like, okay, knowing this, right? Would you still associate with them or whatever, get married, yada, yada? Because that was the main thing trying to push. It's not about the sexual interaction. It's just about being wedlocked. I think he's lying. But that's just my opinion. Maybe he's not. I don't know. But, like, again, he would not participate in these actions. Why are you, one, arguing this? And then two, what do you mean? Because he kept saying the maturity thing. Sneeko, I need you to fully understand this. Like, I really need you to fully understand this. If you ever see this, John, bro, if you are 15 and 16, right, and you marry someone who is 21 years old, there is an obvious mental age gap of maturity with this John. There is almost a guarantee that most 21-year-olds in the world is probably going to be a little bit more experienced intellectually, emotionally, and all that, way more farther and developed than someone who literally just got into their teenage years, 2 years after, 15, 16. Why are you accepting? And then his other dog water garbage argument that, oh my god, bro, I was getting so mad because I'm like, yo, Charlie, please, like, dude, you gotta say something, bro. You're too accepting. Because he was like, yeah, you know what it is? If say like, for instance, if it's a dude, if the daughter consents and the father consents, what's wrong with it? And then that's where Charlie got his bad take or whatever about transitioning. But that's not even the main point I want to do. Sneeko, you gotta realize how freaking disgusting you really are with this, John. For real. I'm not even gonna lie. It my bad if I'm yapping, but again, you can go watch the whole debate and see everything that I'm talking about. But Sneeko, if the dad has to consent for her daughter to marry a grown adult, wouldn't you think the reason that the dad has to consent is because this kid is a child, bro, and doesn't know what they're doing? Are you retarded? Like, he's actually stupid. This is why I'm sitting here during the John. I'm like, bro, Charlie, tag me in or something. Because, Charlie, you not saying nothing right now. I'm not going, like, you're not saying anything. Like, these are the most easiest John to debunk. He was literally just flipping the questions Charlie was asking back on him. He wasn't making no good arguments. Well, you got to define what's a child. You got to define what's an adult. Sneeko, you generally know what an adult and a child is, bro. Stop lying to make these garbage behind arguments to get views on these garbage behind debates. Like, bro, that John is so aggravating, bro. And he loves playing devil's advocate. Yo, that John is so annoying, bro. Like, I just don't understand. Sneeko, why do you even want to argue this? Like, can somebody go comment that on his Rumble page or something? Like, why are you trying to argue age of consent? Like, seriously, though. Like, that John
Shouldn't
pissing
even
me
be a topic.
off. But yeah, again, back to that point, just to finish that out. But yeah, if the father has to consent for his daughter to get married to a full-grown adult, also that is disgusting because the father is acknowledging that he is quite literally shipping his own 15-year-old minor daughter with a grown adult. That's grooming. That is most definitely pedophilia, whether you say age of consent is BS or not. Like, bro, that John is nasty. Why are you trying to argue this, bro? He's a weirdo. Like, I'm not even about to get back on it.
It's not actually being under 18. It's all a bunch of hooey. And I really think if you have to start arguing about, well, what technically is a child, you're already way too far gone.
Insanely too far gone.
Fucking weird.
What do you mean? I'm sorry, I'm not really trying yet, but what do you mean? What is a child? Sneeko, you know what a child is. And he was like, oh, if you look up the exact definition, he was like, nah, matter of fact, we're going to look it up here too, actually. Because, this point really got to get proven right here, bro. Like, he was like, all right, but if we use a specific definition, we got a young human being below the age of puberty or below the legal age of majority. A young human below the age of puberty. Define what a child is. Man, shut up, bro. Yo, oh my God. Yo, bro. Sneeko, please debate Destiny again so he can embarrass you, because that John is like, oh my God, like.
And in no uncertain terms, multiple times throughout the debate, Sneeko says that he is okay with people that are aged 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 marrying
Yeah, a grown
adults that are 18 or older.
He's weird.
We're talking globally. Let's just talk globally. Like, do you think it is okay for, I'm not talking about just you specifically anymore, anyone. Do you think it's okay for anyone in their 20s, an adult, to marry a 15 or 16-year-old?
Dodge's question. Watch
A
this.
21-year-old, if there was a marriage where the father consented and the daughter consented, and it was both good on both families and they wanted
Why
to
did
do
the
it,
father have
why
to
am I going to
consent?
get involved? Why should we?
Why do I need to get involved? Because the child is an idiot child who's literally getting groomed, basically, because they don't have the mental maturity, as you said, Sneeko. By the way, he's like, yo, it just depends on the maturity. Sneeko, in no way are okay. Let me not even say that, because obviously that'd be hyperbole, right? Or whatever. That'd be going to the max. There's clearly some 15 and 6-year-olds who are probably smarter than somebody who's 40, bro. Trust me, out there. But the vast majority of heads that are 15, 16, especially in Gen Z and Gen Alpha's days, are retarded. Like, yo, they're dumb. They don't understand what they doing for real, for real. They just like, oh, yeah, man, life, TikTok, we gonna get this clout. And, yo, they don't, bro, they not thinking about the emotional baggage, the mental baggage that come with marriage. What is he talking about? Like, he's actually chatting. Like, yeah, this video gonna be a yap session. I'm sorry. Like, I was trying not to, but this fool, like, he's actually just dumb. And Charlie got fried. I'll keep saying he got fried in this debate. But this joint should never happen.
We get the government involved.
Even get back a little bit. Do you think there's not a problem with a child being with an adult?
Okay. We
Dodge
haven't even
question.
agreed upon what what a child and an adult.
Dodge the question, P game, and then he's still asking the same retard questions where he could type that boy in Google right now and get a definition. I don't know what he's.
All is. You keep saying
I've
that
told
it's
you
18.
Under 18
That's
is child.
and I'm
Over 18
telling
is
you,
adult.
that's not even the definition of the word.
What is the number?
I just
It
told
needs to be a number, or else you can do the same thing.
I just told you there's not a number.
Do you see why that's a problem?
No.
If there's
Oh,
no
because he looked
defined,
the definition up and there was no
so
number.
why
Just
can't a
says puberty.
12-year-old marry an 18-year-old?
Because most 12.
No, that still wouldn't even count.
That's what he's saying.
Everybody on the planet basically knows that you hit puberty around 12 and 13. Like oh my god, yo, yeah. For the bulls in the comments, why do you care so much? Why, bro? My god, bro, yapping. Like, bro, get off my video, bro. Do you not realize how garbage this situation is? Heads just don't care no more. You know what's crazy? Heads are just desensitized to this. Well, at least, sane people are not. Like, because obviously, bro, why would we take away the age of consent? That's freaking disgusting. But, like, yeah, these Twitter bulls, these freaking online young bulls that get influenced by stupid bulls like Sneeko. Bro, of course they're going to be desensitized to this garbage that he says. Bro, they're fully brain rotted. Like, Mom, do you believe this? This is the arguments we're having in this current day.
Yeah, this is sad. I already told you I'm done with all that. There's so many other things out here. There's so many other
They used to
things.
say back in the 1918 journey, we're gonna have flying cars. We don't got flying cars, or we actually no, I think we do, but there's like not that many made. But like we have cars that can drive themselves, and this is the content that people want to watch. And John like that. Debates on age of consent. Excellent.
12-year-olds haven't gone through puberty yet. And most 12-year-olds.
What if, as you just said, it changes? What if a 12-year-old went through puberty early, the parents consent, the 18-year-old and the parents consent? Can they do it?
Most likely that's not going to happen. You know why? Because Islamically, if
we're not talking most likely, just say it.
If the families have consented, the kid is mature, the kid is ready. Why should I stop?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's right. Mom, you read my mind completely. The KID is mature?
And ready? Ready for what?
Oh my god. Charlie, you baited me. He's retarded. You should have fried him in this debate. Do you hear what he's saying? The kid is mature. The KID? The KID. Bro. Oh my god.
12 years old. At 12 years old.
If the kid is physically mature, the parents consent, both parties are
A
happy.
12-year-old.
They're not physically mature though. They're 12. My bad. Pause.
mature.
If that's the only line that actually makes sense.
Again, I don't think a 14-year-old can ever be physically mature.
Exactly. They can't be mentally mature
Even though,
either. You're 14.
even though they literally can. Even though puberty actually defines that. It's
Let
fine.
him keep talking because that's
don't-
ridiculous.
What?
Nope, I don't.
Mom,
I
what
don't
is he
believe so.
talking about?
I was 14 once. But I actually had a mustache when I was 14. Would you have looked at me and said I was physically mature enough to get married?
If you were physically mature, if you were mature, yes, I would. Okay.
Really?
If you're-
when
if
I
you're-
was 14.
Yeah. If you were 14 and you were ready to go and you met another 14-year-old, yes, I would.
No. We're talking adults. You keep going back to that.
That is adult.
No, I'm sorry. I have to look it
What?
up.
He said that is adult.
I'm sorry. Hold on.
No,
I'm
what?
sorry.
What are you looking up?
I have to look up mature's definition. Fully developed physically. Not that. 13, 14, 15, 16. Not that. Next, having reached the most advanced stage in a process. They haven't hit that either because your brain fully develops at 25. Am I trying to argue that, the age of consent should be at 25? No, that would make everything worse. But y'all basically get the point, bruh. You don't really fully develop mentally, at least your fully capabilities of being mentally mature until you're 25, bruh. So that's a mute point. Next, become physically mature. Again, 14, 15, 16. Nada. Dead. Of course, wait, what is this? Reach the end of its term and hence become payable. This has something to do with money. So basically nothing. So all of these three definitions right here all get canceled out by what Sneeko is arguing right now. Charlie, why did you do this to me? You could have fried him for real. Like, this ain't even, like, this, bro, this not even some John that we need to go back and forth for more than, like, 10 minutes. Like, this is like, bro, just admit, Sneeko, just admit, bro, you low-key a file on the low, though. On the low. I'm not gonna say it like now. I'm not gonna say that you've been on some crazy John or whatever, but like, bro, these is file tendencies and thoughts, bro. I don't know, bro. It's looking real PDF, bro.
But I think he's about to say 14 and 14 are adults.
He is. If he's saying if they're mentally mature and physically, which they're not. We just went over the definitions, mom. We quite literally just went over. Like, bro, this is. It's talking about you yapping, bro. Bro, we talking about a bull who's trying to justify pedophilia right now. They be talking about him yapping, bro. What? Like, yo,
I meant
I told you my definition.
Oh, so
I told you the
14-year-old
definition.
adult.
The definition.
Okay.
If you went through puberty, you're an adult. That's the definition of adult. So yes, if you're an adult and you had a mustache, you're ready to get married, fine. Okay.
Unironically saying a 14-year-old adult, I think would make the most sensible people want to puke.
Yeah.
There's so many
Yeah.
instances of this, and a lot of the conversation was spent with him talking about like overseas age of consent, like talking about how Japan's age of consent was 13 for the longest
was,
time.
and that's
this
nasty.
And that. But
They changed it
the
to
whole
16,
thing
which is still
was
kinda
like
nasty,
pulling teeth,
but-
and it was fucking painful. And I think it's extremely alarming perspective to have. Unironically calling a 14-year-old and 12-year-old mature enough for a marriage, those are middle
enough.
schoolers.
He literally called them
holy
kids.
shit. I think
Kids
that is
mature.
extremely concerning to be advocating for something like that. Like, would Sneeko be okay if his best friend ended up marrying a 14-year-old? He certainly shouldn't be. No one should be
I would
okay
imagine
with-
not, Charlie, because he literally said during the debate, I would not personally partake in this. He was making some BS excuse, or I'm not wedlock, or I actually abstain, I'm celibate, I abstain for, Sneeko, whatever grift you're talking about, brother. Because you just be, bro, you switch to a new grift every 6 months, bro. I'm not listening or taking none of you saying, like, anything you come out your mouth, facts, nothing. So, like, yeah, that's a clear grift. But, like, bro, I don't think some of y'all are really computing this, bro. He's really trying to argue that, heads that are 17 and below, he's really trying to sit and argue that they are the most mentally mature, they are the most physically mature, when that is literally scientifically and biologically untrue and improvable. That is crazy. That's crazy. Like, bro, wow.
with something like that. Like, that's fucking terrible. That is actually terrible. But
Disgusting.
now, since I wasn't like holding him to this topic or making sure it stayed on the topic I thought we were talking about,
You should've.
it went all over the place with a
It
ton
did.
of different things. But the big one, and this is what most people have focused on, which was my response to his question about kids transitioning and the
Oh
way
yeah, we're just gonna watch this part straight through. We already gave our take and to give a short summary. Listen, 18. Actually, better yet, I had looked it up, or I was watching a video which made me want to look it up. But yeah, you can't. They won't even allow you to get gender reassignment or transitioning surgeries until you're 18.
Yeah,
so,
he said it in the
in the
other
other
video.
yeah, that's what I'm
he
saying.
said it.
So to bring that back up too for y'all. So, but anyway, even if that wasn't the case, nah, if you under my parentship or guardianship, nah, not till 18. Sorry though. I ain't gonna lie. For multiple reasons. One, again, dumb young bulls. They sad about something 1 minute, the next minute they're the happiest person in the world, the next minute they're somber or some John. I don't know. They're real mood swings. Y'all not thinking correctly, bro. Y'all young bulls. Y'all barely want to do y'all algebra homework. You feel me? You think I'm about to trust you on you want to change you want to make a life-altering decision with your body, bro? That could potentially also, doing at a young age, which we also seen, could very much put you in critical condition and or death. And like, bro, you think I'm gonna take you serious? You a young bull, bro. You 17, bro. You 17 max.
But what about when he says 17, 300 and something days, something hours, minutes? Come on.
That's such. Oh yeah, that was the thing that Sneeko trying to push too.
Yeah.
That's such a retard argument as well. Like, bro, obviously, bro, this, like, bro, you shouldn't want to associate anything sexually in marriage with anyone who is under 18, because globally, if you ask, and this is another point that Sneeko trying to bring up, which I also want to put on the John. He'll be like, oh yeah, around the world, some countries is John is 14, Japan was 13, United States be 16, 17, 18. Well, guess what? Most people in the world, if you ask them what the age of consent is, what number do you think they're gonna say generally? 18, brother. Now, my bad that you think that the government and all that shouldn't exist and shouldn't have nothing to do with your personal lives, but I think you really forgot two things, Sneeko. One, the people who have power make the rules and the laws. Unfortunately, that's how it is. That is exactly why you can't commit crimes and all that, because you will be thrown in jail whether you want to go to jail or not. You have no choice because you are not more powerful than 4 cops when they arrest you. So that's really tough. I don't care who you are. Like, that's really tough, bro. So then it goes on the second John 2, which is, bruh. This John is so ridiculous. I'm just getting mad. I don't even want to keep going on this John.
Well, then press play.
Shit, I'm just done. I don't even, like, this is, like, why is this?
He would pose that question would be by asking if I thought it was okay if kids who want to switch their gender go to the doctor and get their dick cut off. Is it okay if a 9-year-old goes to a doctor and gets their cock cut off right then and there? And when posed with that question, I replied with yes. And I've talked about this on stream many, many times now, and I'll talk about it again here. I thought he was talking in hyperbole. I thought he was just exaggerating, being over the top, talking about the entire subject of transitioning. I had no idea that any living, breathing human being actually thought that that's how transitioning works, where you just go into a doctor saying, I feel
Twitter
like switching
exists.
genders, and they
Someone's
lay you down
gonna
on
think
the
that
operating
retard
table
down.
and just snip your whole fucking meat off. I didn't know that that's what he actually believed. I didn't know he was speaking literally. I thought he was just referring to the entire process of transitioning and just using this over-the-top statement to encapsulate all of it. Because you literally cannot get that surgery unless you are 18. Yeah, like, you actually have to go out of your way to be that stupid on the topic than you would just spending a couple of seconds looking it up. There are
Again,
very
sneak up.
rare cases where someone under 18 has had that surgery performed. That's not common. So I really didn't think that someone could be so dumb on the topic. I thought he was just speaking in hyperbole, which is my mistake. I should have been more clear instead of making an assumption that he was talking about something nuanced in an over-the-top way. I haven't hid this take, and it's not a new take from me. I've talked about this a couple times throughout the years on stream. I have no complaints if a kid gets interested in transitioning and starts talking to their family about it. So their parents start talking to doctors, the kid starts talking to doctors and therapists and all of this, because the process of transitioning is one that takes place over the course of many years. It's not
Precisely.
something that just happens like that. And I'm also
Precisely.
not afraid to admit that I am not the most educated when it comes to transitioning.
Me
I am
either.
not someone that has a ton of knowledge about the subject to be speaking on it in a really in-depth manner. But even I know these very surface level things that everyone has easy access to understand. It is a long process. And I have no problems at all if a kid gets interested in that process and starts going through that process with proper care. And then when they reach the age where they can consider that surgery and decide they want to do it, then that's all power to them. That's entirely up to them. They have reached that age. They can now do that surgery if they want to. That is not a surgery that's being offered to like a 9-year-old who just says, I feel like changing genders today. It's just not how it works. And I didn't think that that's what was actually being discussed because it's so fucking silly. Now, I'm sure there's some really fringe cases you...
Oh, Charlie fence sitter. He's such a centrist. He won't take a side. I'm like, bro, are y'all stupid, bro? It's because there's no side to take. If you take a side, you're on the extreme. You either gonna think like, yeah, you're either gonna think like Sneeko, yeah, you're just gonna get your Jones cut off magically, or you're gonna be on like the. There's nothing wrong with being trans when I say this, John. I need to preface. Or you're gonna be like them bulls that really be trying like force this like culture and John down your throat, even though you kindly express that this is not what you're into, but you accept them. That's a whole different conversation in itself. But yeah, he doesn't want to take these two extremes, so he's giving a take that I feel like is that's the only way to put it. You are not getting this surgery until you are 18. That is the one law. And two, like, bruh, under my morality, which again, and I'm gonna tell y'all, like I say in all the Wealth Vote videos, don't take my morality as facts, bro. Cause shoot, I'm gonna do what I think is best for me and my peoples, bro. You need to do the same thing with your own peoples. But that's besides the point, right? Yo, the main thing with this is just like, yo, I don't know why Charlie even like he should have knew that this was gonna happen, low key though. Like, not at least with the with his take, whatever he said. I'm just knowing like he should have knew a situation like this was gonna happen because you're associating with Sneako again. Like, bruh, again, you're arguing a topic like this, which controversy is stupid, dumb. Only people that's on these other alternative websites is having these arguments for real. And then obviously, Sneako and Charlie beefed before. Charlie fried him in that John, and then it's like, all right, word. So I'm guessing maybe that's why he thought it was gonna be another easy dub for Charlie, but not even I guess it just wasn't. Even though again, indefensible argument. I'm not listening to nothing Sneako is saying and ever gonna justify that John. Like, are you crazy, bro? Are you really like, yo? How does he still have a platform? I don't even know.
Because
bruh.
there's people who believe in him.
Yes,
and
the Rumble Bulls and the Kick Bulls. They weird.
his followers.
You can
And I'm not even gonna lie, I actually like some kick streamers, bro. Like, yo, Rage and all them type bulls, bro. Like, no lie. Like, I really like that jump, but bro, like some of these heads, they just
Sneako got his people, so
it's too
so
extreme,
he care about.
bro. Like,
where that kind of thing did happen, but it's not common. Thus, I didn't think that's what was being referred to in the conversation. And it is, again, my mistake for not recognizing that at that moment, it was being spoken about literally. So all that shit that people keep dogpiling and spouting about me about how I want all kids to go out there and get their genitals chopped off is just fucked up. Like, it's so ridiculous. I recognize I did a horrible job of arguing in this debate, which isn't surprising considering I don't debate. This is not something that's in my skill set, which of course led to some embarrassingly dog shit arguments. Like the one I've seen people reference a couple times is when I briefly mentioned sports in this topic. It was a stupid point to try and make. I was getting hit by like some rebound psychic damage listening to some of the drivel brain rot that Sneako was spouting about the age of consent. And I don't know why I thought this was like an argument to try and make, but I brought up...
that's how I felt watching it, John. I'm like, bro, I'm listening to both sides. Anyway, I'm a realist. I'm gonna see both sides, but like, bro, I just like the things that's coming out of Sneako's mouth right now. I just like, bro, it's physically making me cringe and like I want to kill myself listening to this, John. Because I'm like, bro, there's really people that's trying to justify this, and he's one of them. And he has a low key. He still does have like a pretty big platform. Like, he's not on YouTube or Twitch or no other John no more. But still, even on Rumble, he still got like 400K. So you're still influencing people with this retard, disgusting ideologies. This, like, that's bad. Like, that's terrible, bro. What? Like, why did this happen? Like, I just, oh my god.
Sports in this subject, and I was going to try and elaborate on it, but didn't at all. What I was going to try and say is that when a kid gets interested in a sport, they'll talk to their parents about it, they'll research the sport, go through the process of learning about it. And when it comes to transitioning, it's still a process where you talk to your family about it, you learn about it. Like, it wasn't a point where I was trying to say, well, changing genders is a lot like picking between baseball and soccer. It's not what I was trying to get at, but because I didn't elaborate on it and it really wasn't a good argument to try and make in the first place, that's one people have harped on a lot. And I get it. Like I said, I am not a debater.
I understand, but I kind of like I could see where the intention behind where that argument was supposed to come. Basically, he's saying like, yo, say for instance, remember when I was playing basketball for y'all that what's the name? Because I've been in the track my whole John, so I ain't have to talk to you about getting in the track. I was putting in my papers. But like for basketball, I was like, yeah, ma, I really like playing basketball or whatever. I'm telling her like, yo, all my favorite players, yada yada yada. That led to, oh yeah, let's go to the community center. Oh, they got a rec league. Okay, let's sign up for the rec league. Yada yada. Okay, yo, hold on. We played against this other team. Yo, the coach think you a pretty good player, and that's how I ended up playing AAU. So I ain't gonna lie, I see what he's going on. It's like a process for these things to happen. But then again, no process is about to compare to kids transitioning. That's nah. We gonna put that one down to the dungeon, the realms. There's nothing wrong with being trans, but it's just, yo, when you're a minor,
I didn't go in here expecting a debate, so I had nothing prepared here for this inundation of outrageous questions and tangents. Like, there was
So
a point
gross.
where Sneeko
Like,
was trying to get
Charles-
me to say white power. Like, the whole thing was a fucking mess. It was, without a doubt, probably the
Y'all
worst
must have missed
debate
that part, 'cause what?
that video has ever been cursed with. And I really regret not doing a better job here. It's not something I should have even done in the first place. I just have a tendency to really hope for the best out of people, and I was really hoping that I and most people were wrong about Sneeko's perspective on the age of consent. However, unfortunately, it doesn't appear to be the case. He was very adamant about this position, and I did a terrible job in arguing with him, and I did a terrible job of articulating my beliefs. I am supportive of the LGBTQ+, and I have been, and that's not something I've
Same.
been shy about.
cool.
I just wish I did
chilling.
a
They're
better
doing their
job
thing.
of
They happy.
expressing that. To be open and honest here, and I've talked about this a lot, I've always treated my channel kind of like a diary for myself, which is why I just talk about so much different
I'm
nonsense.
I'm not gonna lie, pause merchant, but I'm really happy you said that because y'all ain't gonna lie, y'all gotta go follow Majestic Trill page. Yo, that's the exact type John I want to do, but like with vlogs and John, just like vlogging, you know, and then I could watch my whole channel because I've seen people that obviously they've been vlogging and John for a long time, and if you look through like if you sort by like oldest to newest and like go down, like you could really see like their entire life, like kind of like you can see how they changed, start growing up in John. That's how I kind of want my page to be like doing vlogs and John, just having fun and just. I could look back like, yo, these memory was cool, and I ain't gonna lie, we got it all on the tube. It's fire. Like,
Nonsense and so many things that I know a lot of people don't give a fuck about, but some of it's fun for me to talk about, or some of it's just things I care about. So being totally honest, I used to treat the internet as an escape from my dog shit real life.
oh yeah,
Truly
Okay.
unhappy
yeah,
and
a lot of
really
people. I still
hated
do.
most
I'm still
of
doing that right now.
everything about myself.
No, me too.
And the internet was my escape from it. But now it's really become that real life is the escapism for me now. Like, I love
I agree with
posting and creating things, but I don't like interacting with the internet around me anymore. And it's something that I started to realize a couple months ago, and I've talked about it on stream a little bit, how because I've covered so many like drama stories and everything, it's pretty much all that I ever get told about when I'm streaming, and it's become such a massive headache, and it's just constant negativity that I'm fully flooded
really
with,
sad.
like at all
really
hours.
sad,
Like I am
'cause
in
that's
like
what
this
people
human
wanna see.
centipede
Yeah.
of eating someone's ass while having my ass eaten with even more things that I'm being demanded to like talk about, where everything just feels like a lose-lose, and it has been for like the last 6 or 8 months, I feel, where if I talk about something, it's a problem. Even if something is cut and dry as like Cody Ko having sex with a 17-year-old being bad, I caught a lot of shit for that too. I'm sure a lot of people probably didn't see that, but man, the amount of emails I got and a lot of the things I was seeing, even something as cut and dry as that was an issue
believe you.
when I talked about it. And then if I don't talk about something, or if I don't
Then
talk
it's a
about
problem.
something,
wait.
It took too long.
I'm trying to figure out what the issue was because he called him out for being a PDF. What? Yo, we got no way. The Sneeko Brigade was really in there trying to defend Cody Co. Bro, this world is doomed. This world is cooked. It's over. Like.
something fast enough in the time that some people think is appropriate, I'm then accused of covering up for something for an ulterior evil motive. So it just really feels like a rock and a hard place where regardless,
That's what
it's
it's
just
becoming
going to
now, and
be
it's really
a
sad.
massive flood of negativity.
Now, I ain't gonna lie, I do want to comment on that fact because, again, like I said in previous videos, like, bro, you're gonna get burned out if you're online too much. But I also say this, for people that experience a lot of negativity online, and this may be like, yo, super simplistic, super overcoat, but I say it all the time, and it works pretty good for me. If I go on my phone and I'm on Twitter and I see some drivel, some garbage, head saying some dumb junk, I'll go on the gram, see some brain rot, go on TikTok, I'm seeing Skibbity Riz. Now it's gone. Now I can go outside. Nah, but seriously though, like, I ain't gonna lie, y'all y'all need to take some days and just don't go on the internet, don't go on your phone, because again, like Charlie said, it's mainly negativity and drama, and heads getting exposed for being PDFs, and heads being scammers, and heads faking their videos, and heads getting into dramas, heads beefing, heads like, bro, this is all you see. The 20v1s where we're putting freaking Lil RT, who's a 9-year-old, trying to riz up freaking women out of 25. Like, what is this garbage that we watching, bro? I'm not even going cap, bro. Like, that's the joke. Like, yo, if anything would want to make me quit our channel or whatever, it would legitimately be now. It's because, like, yo, every creator, no matter what you do, you probably gonna get in a controversy. And obviously, some heads deserve more criticism than others. Like, yo, I'm not trying to sit here and be like the Mr. Beast Glazer again, because, yo, I ain't gonna lie, more stuff about Jimmy coming out, and we gonna get into it literally next video. But, like, bro, I'm losing faith in everybody, bro. Which you shouldn't trust heads like fully, because again, that's like parasocial. But like, dang, bro, heads like Mr. Beast, when you building wells in Africa and John, and then to find out like that John could have been rigged or fake, or you're curing blind people and that John was just really like a cover up. Like that John hurt, bro. It make you want not watch nothing because you would the person that everyone was looking at as like a goat god, and I would tell you straight up, like hypocritical chill, like obviously because we thought Mr. Beast was great peoples or whatever, doing great things. I mean, and I'm not gonna sit here and lie because again, there's another John where people's like, oh yeah, are you gonna cancel all the objective good he's done just because of this? No, I'm not. Like obviously, again, still building wells in Africa, building houses, building towns. That's freaking great. Like yo, these people needed help. But then, obviously, there's probably a bunch of John in the back end, and maybe lies was told, and maybe the full truth is not being out. So it's like, dang, you just really can't trust nobody no more on the internet. I mean, you shouldn't in the first place, to be honest. But like, yeah, it's like, yo, better. Let me rephrase that. It's really hard to find a lot of credible information these days, like information that you can see is personally facts, like it can be confirmed. A lot of things. Why do you think people all the time in these beefs and all that, or dramas or whatever, they always say allegations? Because yo, it's like, bro, a lot of these Jones never get proven true or never have like definitive proof. Even though I don't care what nobody say. Even Chris Tyson, that had proof. That had a lot of proof, bro. I ain't gonna lie. And the Discord messages was even worse. Oh, you know, Mr. Beast was actually in them Discord Jones, but we gonna get into it in the next video. Yeah, we got finish out for Charlie. Pause. No, did he?
And a huge critique of me that I've always seen is Charlie's a fence sitter. He's just a fucking fence-sitting, enlightened centrist, cuck this and that. And I've always said for the entire time I've been on the internet, I'm not special. I'm literally just a normal guy who got very lucky. I just sit here, joke about shit, talk about my opinion on things, and nothing else. I don't have a unique perspective on things. I don't have deep insight into the vicissitudes of certain things. I am literally just a guy who yaps, has some fun, talks about shit, does some wacky stuff as well, and that's it. It's just not that deep. But because everything is so inflammatory and charged online, it's being perceived in the last 2 years, it's really popped off as me making deliberate attempts to appease both sides and play right down the middle to soak up as much as possible.
Yo, I hear this and all I'm hearing is like society really just sucks. Like that's really all I'm hearing. Like, yo, no matter who you asking it, John, you're somehow gonna get down to talking about politics, and that really does suck. I'm not gonna cap, bro. Like, bro, whether you're a liberal, whether you're conservative, bro, whether you're a centrist or a fence sitter, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, if you want my political views, I'm a fence sitter, bro. I'm right in the middle. I don't care about either side, bro. I'm not gonna lie. The government, we need people in power, whatever, to keep, because we need rules and regulations. If we didn't have that, it'd be total mass anarchy, crazy, John, right? But at the same time, bro, you gotta realize these campaigns in Jones, bro, it's all some. Nah, actually, that's getting to the positive.
Yeah, don't even get into
I'm just
that.
put it like this. I have no unique opinion either, like Charlie, and that's no glaze. I don't really care about politics. That's just what it is. I'll really start caring when I make a lot of cheese, and then politics affect taxes, and I start making no cheese because inflation is higher than God, and freaking taxes are even worse. So that's when I'll start caring. But like, yeah, bro. Y'all gotta stop trying to turn everything into a political argument or something about sexuality and or gender or diversity or DEI Jones. Like, bro, y'all gotta let that John die, bro. Like, y'all brain rotting yourself. This is all y'all really care about, though.
Man, like, I wonder why everybody's sad or the world is sad or down.
Yeah,
most of our views is from all these negative videos. Let us do something good, positive, funny, and nobody watching.
They don't care.
But that's how they want to go through life. Okay, fine, you go ahead.
Care.
Yo, still gonna keep doing the positive, funny, crazy stuff.
And that's what sucks because Jimmy was really supposed to be the bull that's like was changing that narrative. Like he's blowing up a good action in John. Come out, it's all a setup. Just like.
But how do we know the allegations? So that's allegations.
Yo, we gonna watch the next bit. But yeah, we gonna finish it through right here. I got y'all. My bad.
Where I'm doing this with my hands, and I just don't understand how it's become so incendiary. Where that's apparently like a really bad thing now. My opinion is not special, and my opinion isn't one that's pandering to any sides catering to anything. It's literally just. Whatever's up here, I sit down for like 30 to 45 minutes on like a topic or like a video that I'm joking around about, and I talk about it. I am legitimately just an average, below average height guy who's about to turn 30. I'm not just spitting hot takes out the wazoo here.
Shout out Charlie, bro. I ain't gonna lie. He's been doing this job for a minute,
bro. All this channel ever has been. And now it's become super controversial to do that.
Yeah.
If it's not like, picking sides on everything, it
Yeah.
seems, and it's very frustrating.
It is.
For the longest time, it was just me having fun, and for the most part, it still is. But I've started to recognize over the last few months that some of the things I do just really aren't fun for me to do, and I've been doing them out of obligation. Mainly internet drama. When I
Yeah.
initially started covering drama
The main
so
thing.
many years ago now, it was fun because it wasn't as serious. Like the stories were a lot, more quirky.
It was
easy to
like
get invested
stupid.
to-
It was like it was during the 2016, 2017, 2018 like dank memes, stupid John going on where like iDubbbz is posting content cops and that John is freaking hilarious, yada yada. Now we have full on hit pieces on bulls being PDF files, bulls scamming people, bulls faking their vids, bro. We have like full on like docs, bro, like documentaries on why these people are terrible. And it's like, bro, it's everyone, bro. Everyone. Bro, I need to post a picture of that calendar, the freaking PDF calendar, because there really is someone every month. Every month. They're really Diddy, Dr. Disrespect, EDP, Ava Precisa. Like, bro, come on, bro. Why can't we be normal? Why is that the hardest?
But what is normal?
Yes,
Nothing is
Sneeko.
normal.
Well, define normal. Yo, he really is one of them bulls. I hate him so much, bro. That's so annoying.
It was kind of just like a soap opera, like a really dumb soap opera. But recently it's been much more serious, and
Yeah.
I feel the need to talk about these
Very
things
much so.
because a lot of them are extremely serious with
Yes,
very
PDF files.
important topics to discuss. But it has become draining. As much as I
I'd
never
imagine.
wanted to admit it, I've started to recognize that my mood is
Y'all want to know y'all want to know how that's actually proof? Have y'all seen Mom Face's whole video? I've been peeping game face straight. This John like it don't do it for her.
I'm done.
All right, no, it don't do
I'm
it for
done.
her.
I already said that. I'm done with.
And I'm not gonna lie, the only reason that we're even covering this is one, because obviously we like Charlie, you know what I'm saying? We watch all of Charlie's videos.
I
And two
do.
is because like this is covering a topic about Charlie, which again,
Charlie.
I'm very much interested in. So for the bull that commented on the last video, he's one of my favorite content creators. So yeah, I'm gonna watch him and I'm gonna care what he got to say. If that's a prob,
Yeah.
unsubscribe, or you probably are not even subscribed.
Well,
Dislike.
he's
That's tough.
probably following Sneeko. So the one that made a comment. We ain't saying nothing
Oh,
about
yeah,
him
that's
following
cool.
Sneeko, being Sneeko's
Like,
peoples.
nah, that's besides the point though.
I ain't saying nothing.
But yeah, y'all see my face like, yo, this John is just
I'm done
like
with
it's getting
this.
played out. Like, yo,
Yeah.
everybody really on some weird controversial. Got to do this, got to do that. Got some freaking dead bodies in their closet. What's it called, skeletons in their
Skeletons
closet.
in their closet.
I'm like, bro,
got a
like,
cemetery in their closet.
oh my god, I'm just.
immediately impacted by whatever I read on Twitter in the morning. If that's some horrible
And
stuff
you
about a
have to so you
creator
can
or
keep
what
up with
have
the-
you, it
what's
immediately
going on. I
affects
ain't
my
reading on
entire
Twitter.
day.
I don't
and
go
my
on Twitter
whole
for this, and that's
outlook
probably
on the
why.
day.
Oh shoot!
Now I know.
Nah, I
happened?
don't care. We at the end, bro. If you don't want to watch the videos because you think we're yapping, bro, I'm not forcing you, bro. Just leave. Like, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm tired of saying that, John. So anyone else who says that, bro, well, I've been ignoring y'all who say that, but like, bro, you gotta realize you're talking to nobody. If I want to yap and get my point off, I'm gonna say it, bro. So bye. But anyway, my point of this is just like, bro, what? In this day and age, right? You have so much opportunity. So much opportunity. Like, Mom, you obviously see you can go on YouTube, you can go on TikTok, all these different spots to make money. I saw TikTok, this John was mad funny. He was like, yo, creators when they make $10,000 in a month. Oh, I'm gonna go mess with minors. And yeah, it's looking true. All these heads popping on YouTube, popping on social media, making mad cheese, and y'all just gonna throw it away for some one-time pleasure? With minors? Acknowledging this, John? Oh my god, bro. Like Cody Co. You're disgusting, bro. I'm not gonna cap, bro. Because you acknowledged that she was 17 and told somebody else that she was 17 and still did the deed. You're disgusting. Anyway, like I don't understand. Like, these situations are so easy to avoid, but again, it just leads back to that John, especially like with Twitter and John like that, bro. Like, it's just it's a breeding ground for negativity. Breeding ground. Like,
Whack, call the wambulance, get some French fries, just fucking whining about having to talk about drama. What a stupid problem to be upset about. But I'm just trying to explain that it hasn't been as fun recently. It hasn't.
it hasn't.
And
I would
the
imagine
main
it's not.
thing, if you've been around the channel for a while, is I've always wanted this to be fun and never feel like a job.
It's supposed to be.
Never feel like a
And
job.
as hard as it
Exactly.
is for
That's
me to
precisely how I'm
admit this, a lot of this kind of stuff, it has just started to feel like less fun and more of, well, gotta do this because I'm expected to. Like, anytime I go live,
Yeah.
most of chat is just telling me about the latest in whatever's happening in the creator space or
Yeah.
some other like extremely negative thing going on. And it's like, okay,
Try to
well,
get away from it,
I'm
but you
going to have
can't.
to learn all about that once I turn stream off. So then I spend a few hours learning about these things, and it's all just
And then you
really
gotta go do a
upsetting
video
stuff. Like,
on
it's
it.
not
Yeah.
happy. It's all very sad, bad stuff, and it's been making me not happy.
I'm down with Charlie.
So
I
I
understand.
definitely-
I'm just.
I'm nobody. I'm irrelevant.
I'm down with him.
I live in my mom's basement. I got no money, no girls, nothing,
down
bro.
with him.
But I'm finna look y'all in the face, bro. Y'all are never gonna force me to talk about a situation or some John that I don't want to talk about and or cover. Because I literally just said this to mom yesterday. I'm not doing none of this, John. If I'm not doing actions I don't like purposely. Like if I'm not enjoying making videos, I tell mom, if I'm not feeling like making videos today because the John not hitting, I'm not doing it. Now, is that bad for the future career? Yeah, because I'm putting Jones off. But at the same time, yo, again, back to the mental tip. Bro, like, you got to take some breaks or some Jones. Like, bro, you're not going to always be perfect. And so I'm feeling Charlie on this Jones. But my main point to that is, like, yo, if we really end up blowing up and heads want us to, heads basically like the Charlie fans or at least the parasocial weird Charlie fans on Twitter, and you want me to cover every PDF and all that Jones? Nah, bro.
not doing
and I'm
that.
finna tell you to unsubscribe. And I'm not going to care, bro, because life really not
Just
that
rather
deep.
be mad.
Like, yeah, head's just gonna have to really be tight. That's really it. Cause I'm like, bruh, at the like, bro. And obviously you could be like, oh, that's hypocritical, or then you're just biased, bro. Y'all know how many exposed videos we done made this month? Well, not this month, last month, because it is August.
Yeah.
In July, yo, we covered like every freaking situation. We covered Diddy. We covered obviously we covered what's his face, Sneeko and Charlie. Not the Chargers, obviously he's not Diddy yet, but just dumb arguments like that. We covered Ava Chris Tyson. We covering Mr. Beast now. Like, bro, are we serious, bro? This every month. It's every month. Every month, every other day, every week. I'm like, bro. Oh yeah, EDP. Oh, I'm just like, bro. Yo, internet culture sucks, and that's all heads want to really talk about. Like, yo, this person gotta get canceled. And no, and like I said before, some heads do deserve to get canceled, though. I'm not gonna lie about that. Some heads very much deserve to get canceled. But like, bro, it's just online now. All heads care about is drama.
That's it.
Who's beefing? Drama. This person beefing. This person get back at this. This person got with his girl. This person got like, bro, what?
But here's the thing: everybody's saying the same thing.
And they want to watch it.
Everybody's saying the same thing, like
you mean?
we are right now. No, saying the same thing because of the topic, right? That it is. Okay,
Yeah.
let's talk about Ava and her thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so we talk about Ava. The next content creator gonna talk about Ava. It's the same thing. Like, how many times over and over again you gotta hear Ava was hanging out with Lava while at that time Chris, had a wife and a baby. Like, how many times you gotta keep hearing that?
The IRL joint, I'm gonna say that joint got debunked. Apparently, that was at the studio and everybody from the Mr. Beast team was there. But still, the DMs in the Discord, John, that basically changed. Oh, and the Shadman, John, that a lot of people aren't really mentioning how freaking weird that is. Like, the Shadman, John, is extremely weird. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, that John is on some really freak nasty timing. I'm like, Jesus Lord. Like, we gotta. But anyway, yo, that's more on a Mr. Beast tip, and yeah, this Charlie got like a couple seconds left, bro. We about to cover that.
Sorry,
I really think I'll be slowing down on covering internet-related drama or drama in general.
Do it.
Good.
I'll
Do
still
what you
talk about
enjoy.
like really wacky stories and shit like that, but I definitely think I'm gonna be pumping the brakes on like the kind of drama I have been covering recently, and instead I'm gonna go back to focusing on the content that I'm most happy with. Like, if you ask me what content I'm most proud of throughout my entire time on this platform for the last, 17, 18 years, none of it would be drama coverage. It'd be things like
I'd imagine.
Skynut. It'd be things like shooting a potato at a tennis racket to see if you can make french fries in midair by frying them in hot oil.
Wait, let's try that.
Write that down. Write that down. Sorry. No, I'm just kidding.
Wait, shooting a potato.
There's no way to do that. You need like a cannon. But I'm like, write that down. That's a good idea. Like,
I like that one, Jolly.
yeah.
It's shit like that. And I think I'm going to
Dumb
go back
Jones,
to
that's fun.
that kind of stuff as opposed to the direction that I have been going recently. So, yeah, this was a lot to go over here, but I hope this has cleared everything up. And, yeah, that's really about it.
See ya.
I'm down with you, Charlie.
So I'm going to give my closing regards. My closing regards are straight up this. Charlie had a bad take, and yes, he did lose that debate. I will fully admit. And it just hurts to say that junk in my mouth, not because I'm trying to glaze Charlie, but because I have to acknowledge that Sneeko won this debate with the worst topic in defense of all freaking time. And that's what really gets me tight about this. And also because I'm like, dang, Charlie, like, I totally understand. Like, you didn't go into this boy thinking it was gonna be a debate. You didn't prep. You had no intention to be really debating. But at the same time, like, and yo, Tom Dark said the same, John, too. And I really agree with it. At the same time, he had to realize who he was dealing with. You previously beefed with this fool and embarrassed him. You don't think he would want to do the same thing as a get back? Plus, he's, again, bottom ringer. We're on Rumble. No one is going on Rumble except if you're right wing or some John, bro. Like, you're not going on Rumble, gang. So, like, yo, he got blackballed from everywhere. So any attention from somebody like Charlie with this amount of views, obviously being a commentary channel and one of the biggest YouTubers or whatever, bro, this is gonna put so many eyes and John on his name on this dumb John he's saying. Like, bro, there should, you know, he should consent.
Anyway.
But yeah, so like, bro, and I do feel Charlie, especially at the end, bro. I understand why he's taking a break. This content, John, bro, especially when it comes to like commentary and reactions and John like that, a lot of it is just the worst, negative, terrible John. Like, bro, this is not the type John we should be trying to spread. Now, obviously, I do agree with when people are trying to get information about weird people out there, like for instance, exposing EDP, exposing Avery Christise, like that's not a bad thing because it's exposing to the world that these people are bad people. They need to be watched or be put on a watch list. Y'all bull's weird. I ain't gonna lie. So it's like, and that's a good thing. But then it's like, then it's just like, yo, is that all it's gonna be? Or like, say for that specific creator, say for Dogpack, for instance, which I think his video got taken out. I'm pretty sure cease and desist, so that's gonna be really fun to cover in the next video. But think about this: that he blew up off making a hit piece on Mr. Beast. What other content is there for him to make now? Not saying like he has to make all Mr. Beast content, but now the only trajectory for his page is all about dramas and exposing people, and that's just more, like you said earlier, that's just more adding more and more like content filler type John for these situations, which is just technically putting people's names out there even more, whether it's bad publicity or not, which we shouldn't be doing. But I mean, that's just how the YouTube landscape is. I mean, I don't know. It's really tough. Also, the defense of that are mad people making a video on the same topic. I will defend that and just be like, yo, everybody technically does have a different opinion, even if your opinions are very, very similar, but you technically would see it from a different perspective. So yeah, that's the one part I can agree with it with, and I enjoy that because I like to see what a Cheeto has to say. I like to see what Tom Dark got to say. I like to see what Destiny got to say about this job. I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying? I like to see what these people got, like, so, because maybe that will help me form my own argument. Maybe it will make me help understand how I'm feeling even more. But I don't know. That's besides the point. Mom, closing regards?
No, I already said it.
Yeah.
I'm done. I'm done with all this negative. Yeah.
Yeah, the video is
positive. I want to shoot a potato out of a can and make French fries.
I know that joint actually sounds funny. I ain't gonna.
Well, maybe I want to eat French fries
That'd be
because it's
hilarious.
Friday. I don't know.
Maybe that too. But yeah, y'all. Obviously, Moist Critical situation is crazy by Critical himself.
Yeah,
I appreciate that he acknowledged that his take was bad and he walked it back. Obviously, because you know, obviously it sounded crazy. And I do appreciate that he's not gonna retire like these people were saying. I don't know where they even got it from. And yeah, I'm gonna keep watching Charlie, bro. Yeah. And if you hate me for that, I don't know, bro. Don't watch. That's really tough.
Anyway, hit that thumbs up button.
Yep.
Still go watch Charlie because I'm still gonna watch him.
Facts.
Okay.
Facts.
I'm gonna watch a little less of him because he gonna be producing a little less. That's about it.
No, I think he's gonna put out content still like daily, but it's just not gonna be about like stupid dramas and
that's when that's when I'm gonna put him on rotation. Like, well, he's already on rotation, but you know, just play because I want to hear more positive and more smoothing, calm, relaxing things. But anyway, like I said, hit that thumbs up button. Okay.
Yep.
Comment and never mind. I'm at this point. Comment, never mind. Okay, but it doesn't matter. Like you said, ain't gonna win, can't win. Well, can't win. So comment whatever you want. Yep. Hit that subscribe button, and then don't forget to
turn that post notification bell so that every time Mom and Tro post a new vid, that boy is gonna be directly on your feed. And
I'm Mom.
Trill, and I'm tired of the drama, bro.
Yeah,
Let's
me
let
too.
it die. Peace.